So here is the new Tableau workbook, and I'm going to start with the data. So let's go to the data pane. So data source on the bottom left, you have data source, and there you can now connect to different files. So let me do this. So you guys all have Google Drive. So let's go to Google. So I'm going to open drive.google.com. And then I'm going to upload the data that I have just uploaded. So I'm going to go to business analytics folder, and I'm going to go to new and file upload. And then I'm going to go to download, and I've just downloaded lecture 04 sample Superstore. And I have downloaded it before, so I have this parenthesis number 1 and .csv file. And I'm going to upload on Google Drive. Can you guys do that? Let me give you a few, 1 minute to do that. So today, I want you to follow along with me so that you understand what I'm doing. So it says, one upload complete, lecture 04 sample, superstore.csv. So one of the powerful functions of Tableau is that you are able to connect your software to a cloud system. For example, if you have created a common drive with your classmates, you can create a drive for collaboration and save all the data and connect your Tableau to the data so that you guys can just work simultaneously together. And that's one of the advantages of using Tableau. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to now Tableau and say, instead of Microsoft Excel or other things, I'm going to go to more, to a server, and I'm going to go to Google Drive, and I'm going to type Google Drive here, right? So Google Drive. And then it is going to ask me to use which account you are going to connect your Tableau to. And I'm going to say James Rowe at rowan.edu. That's what I'm going to be using. And Tableau wants to access your Google account, and I'm going to allow that. And now it's connected. So look at here, now Google Tableau is reading all the data folders and data that I have in my Google Drive, right? And then among them, I saved it under business analytics folder, right? And then I have many of them. And the file was lecture 04 sample -superstore.csv file. So I'm going to choose that and connect it to it. And then it connected. Now it read the data, right? So that's what I want you to do. And if you have any question, let me know. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to visualize the sales, right? How much sales do I have? So I drag sales over to rows, and then I'm going to, drag category on the columns so that I can see the furniture and office supply and technology, and that we are all shown here. And you can change the orientation by just clicking on the swap rows and columns like that, right? So you have furniture, office supplies, and technology, and that is shown right here. And if you want to sort this out by descending order, what you can do is you can click on this downward arrow or right click. Then you have sort option. Notice that you don't have sort option under sum, right? Right click. You don't have sort option. It's under this category. And go to sort option. And you have various options here to sort. And what do you want to do by sort by data source order or alphabetic order, right? Alphabetic order you can do, or you can do data source order, which comes first or not, or you can do by field, right? By field. So ascending order or descending order. What is the field that you want to go with? In this case, we have only sales. So I'm going to go with the sales at this moment, right? And descending order or ascending order that I can do. Or you can do not by field, but manually, right? Manually, say furniture should come down here. So you can just drag it and you can change it yourself like that. So there's another way of sorting, right? So that's that. Or you can just go back to field and by sales and descending order, and you'll be working. So that's how you are going to sort or change the orientation, and that's what we are doing it. And since this is too simple, maybe you think that instead of sales, I want to use, or I want to see the profit ratio, right? I want to drop profit ratio on the color. Then now we see that there are different profit ratio. And notice that the measure of analysis sum of profit ratio, which does not make sense. I will say we should look at average profit ratio, right? Rather than sum or median or standard deviation. So I'm going to change it to average, right? And I want to also change the values. So I'm going to go to the color scheme and edit colors. And I'm going to choose a palette, and I'm going to pick red and green diverging pattern like this. And the center has to be 0. So I'm going to go back again and go to advanced. And the center should be 0. Right. Right now it's all positive, so that's why that happened. And we can, add filter, right? So filter can be by region. So let's add region at the filter, all of them together, okay. And we chose it. And then you can also show these filters on this graph by right-clicking and clicking on Show Filter. Then it shows on the graph. And right now we are showing everything like a drop-down menu here. But if you click on this downward arrow and go to say single value or drop-down, this one is very useful. So because it does not take up as much space for you. For example, nations, you have more than 100 nations, and putting everything into that region would be too much. It takes up too much space. So having this drop-down menu would be a very helpful one, right? So we see that central region, although sales has happened a lot, office supplies and furniture are on the red zone, and which is not really good. Technology is doing very well. And East and South and West are doing much better. Office supplies, their profit ratio is higher. So we think that that's a good sign. And it depends on a region. So we acknowledge that here. Or if you want, you can change this one to slide, right? So slide enables you to just slide to south or, So sliding is another good filter format that you can use. I like drop-down better, so I'm going to change it to drop-down filter. So in that way, you can do that. And you can also add region here, say region over columns. And I'm going to go to all. And then that gives you all different regions, and we find that central region is suffering in terms of profit ratio, and its ratio is a negative 18%. So if you are making a sales of $100, then you're losing $18. So that's a big loss when it comes to furniture. Why? I don't know why it is taking place there. And then you can also think about this negative 15% for office supplies. So you are losing $15 per $100. That's not a good sign. And then you can also add, say, by month or by year, right? So you can add by year. Now, say, let's add year, order date. Yeah. So, you can filter everything out by order years, and this year data has many variables, says years and quarters and months, and we want to look at by years, right? And you can add them all. I'm going to add them all, and here's my filter, and I'm going to add that. I'm going to show that filter. So I have now year over there, and I'm going to make it as a drop-down menu as well, right? Or this one could be slider. I think slider might be easier. So let's make it slider. And then 2015, 2016. So 2016, we realized that central area, even furniture, was losing money. And then technology, 2017, they were losing money. And 2018, they were losing money. Right? So I think central is a problematic area that we have observed here. So you can make your bar graph, although it's really simple, even this one itself is giving us a lot of information, right? So you can change the name here, add the title, and then say, you can say sales by product code. Excuse me. I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to change the color to this color. And I'm going to make it bigger, 20. And hit OK. Right? So series by category. Or you can also change the font. So go there and then say I'm going to use the Timon Montessori, and I'm going to italicize it. So I'm going to change each one says by product category. Right? So you can decorate it and make it more appealing, and that's something that you can do in your visualization. Right? So it's a lot more appealing and help us to understand what is happening with the data right away. Right? And so you can name it as sales by product category. Right? And let's make another one. Now let us make a line graph. Line chart. So here in this line chart, I want to see quarterly data. So how the sales change. So everything should be same. And by product category. And I'm going to add now order date over columns. And that gave me yearly data, right? And I'm going to now choose, instead of yearly data, I want to go with quarterly data. Okay, so it gave me quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's by category. And I'm gonna now, try to look at the discount rate as color. And I'm gonna go to the scale and change it to say red and blue divergent. And the center value, right now it seems that 4.1% to 114%. Can you believe? 114% of the, oh, yeah. So what I'm going to do is, so let me see what is happening. Oh, I see. This is sum of discount. It shouldn't be sum. So we have to change that to average, right? So average, and then go to the scale, edit colors, and I'm going to use red and blue divergent. And the center value, now, right now I have 9% to 19%. So that's the values. So I'm going to go to advanced and start 0% to end 20%. Start 0 and 0.20, 20%. And center value will be 10%. So in other words, I'm not okay, if the discount rate goes above 10%. Right? So that's what I am showing. And here we see that there was in quarter 2016, we see that so the technology industry, somehow you had a lot of discount there, and there was sometimes 13%, which is not good, right? So that's what we see here. And you can also add regions. So according to regions, what happened? So you can add region. So let's try region to columns, or region to column. Let's go there. Then you see different trends. Center, east, south, and west. And south seems to be giving lots of discount for furnitures, and in west also it's giving a lot of discounts, right? And if you go back here, south, we see office supplies. Those are getting lots of discounts here. West, what happened to West? When it comes to office supplies, the discount rates are too high in the West. So we see that this is problematic because although you might have sales, if you are giving so much discount, then it is going to undermine your profit ratio, right? And then here is the central area, and we see that technology, they gave much sales, much discount there, even south. So usually I think south and west area, they tend to give a lot of discount. So let us name here.
I think you actually have it backwards. I think the dark blue is the higher discount based on how your color grading is on the key.
Oh, really? Oh, I see.
Like red is actually lower discount and the blue is higher discount. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So I have to reverse it, right? So I should have reversed it. Thank you. Was it Mark? Who was that?
Nick.
Nick. Thank you for pointing it out. Oh my goodness. I was explaining in backwards. So yeah, I think I have a better picture now. And I see that, no, South was bad. Actually, it was bad. So most places are giving lots of discounts, and the central area, very dark red, which means that they are giving severe discount for furniture from 2016 to 2018. Although sales is increasing, right? The discount is always there. It might be industry specific, but that's disappointing to see, right? Very disappointing. So, oh wow, so much discount. And look at this technology in East area. And they have lots of sales, but giving 13.8% of discount. I don't think this is a good business, unless this is like a superstore, such as Sam's Club or Costco. Even they do not give a discount as much. But anyway, lots of discount, and that's why their profit ratio might not be as high as it could be. West area is not giving as much. So I'm gonna name sheet 2. I'm gonna say discount by region and product. Right, so discount by region and category. Discount by region. And you can go there and then you can change it. So I'm going to make it bigger, 20, and italicize it, and discount would be red. And I'm going to bold that by region and category. Okay, so I need to change the font. I'm going to go with this. So that's what I see. Right. And then let's now make a map. So I want to go by state. So I'm going to go by states. So double click. So one of the powerful function of Tableau is that it recognizes state or map automatically. If you double click on it, it will automatically create the map. And I'm going to drop sales on size. So this time, maybe I'm gonna drop quantity on size, right? And then it says 4, 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, and 7,000. And it should be a sum of sales, right? So I'm gonna put sum there. And then I'm gonna also drop category on color, like that. So the moment you put that on color, what happened? You know, furniture, blue, office supplies, yellow, and technology red. That's orange, right? So blue, orange, and red, and that's shown. And I want to change the size of these circles. So I'm going to click on size and increase it like that. And you can see mostly office supplies. I don't see as much technology at this point right here, right? But anyway, we can see that this is happening over there. And let us add, say, quarters over here as a filter. Quarters, all of them, add them, and show on the menu. And I'm going to change it to slider. Actually, I'm going to change it to slider. Slider. And so that's what we can see here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to name it sales quantity by state. And accent that 20 minimum to save. So I think the accent has to be quantity in this case. I'm not going to do this. To accentuate quantity. Oh. For some reason, I can't see it. Anyway. Okay, sales quantity by state. Okay, that's done that. And last week I told you how to add dynamic tooltip, right? So I'm going to name it here. This name, sales quantity by state. So now I'm going to add dynamic tooltip. So go to tooltip, right? And then I'm going to I don't need this, but quantity I need. So I'm gonna add quantity and change the sales quantity. How about that? And I'm going to also insert here, go to sheets, and I'm going to insert, so this is quantity, and I also want to go by discount. I'm going to put discount here. And I want to see what happens, right? So the moment you do that is that now, if you go there, sales quantity was 71, and the discount you can see, and the color appears, the discount that you gave appears there. And depending on the product category, you can see how they are changing, right? Isn't it really cool and dynamic? And you can use this to visualize your data, right? So if you use dynamic tooltip, it'll be much cooler than you expect. So that's one of the things that I taught you in last class, and I want you to use this function in your visualization so that it can be really dynamic. So here, category / region, and the sales quantity of the furniture was quite good at the time, and it changed like this, right? So that's what we see, and can change it to all, and This is happening 2015 to 2018. And category and quarterly data is appearing right there, right? So it shows not only the quantity of that, so quantity was really big for office supplies, but not as much for technology. That's why it is not shown here. And whenever you are going over there, now you can see all these detailed pictures for that. So this is a way of saving your space, right? So you don't have to put this worksheet. You can just embed it into your dashboard. In that way, you can save and make it more interactive and impart more information to the audience, right? So I strongly encourage you to include this dynamic tooltip in your visualization, right? Another way of visualizing the data is, say, let's create another one. This time, let's create by city. So when you double click on city and you have the data like this, and then it is showing that, but instead of quantity, this time let us use profit, right? Just profit. And you are going to put that as a color. Let me see, what did I do? So CD was profit. Let me try this out. Oh, I see. Because I am using CD, that's why it cannot color. So let's change it to state. So let me visualize state again, and then drop profit on color. Oh yeah, I see. So yeah, because the state is very small, that's why it could not color as much. However, state is big enough. So I visualize the state, and by state, and the profit is over there. And let's again change the color scheme to diverging, right? So red and green diverging. And let's use start from, say, -30, -30,000, 25,000 to 76,000. And center is 0. And that's what we see. So we see Texas had a lot of loss, no, and then you can add now. Here, if you want to see, say you want to embed sales by product category into this map, then you can go to Tooltip, and profit should appear. State we already know, and then you're going to add insert sheet and the sales by product category, and click on OK, and then you have your sales by the product category over there. For example, here, category, technology, furniture, and office, and you see that furniture and office supplies were on the negative, right? That you can see right there. So how cool is it, right? You have really visualized it very well. And let's name this one. So sales profit by state. Profit by state, and make it 20. And I'm going to change it to T Montessori and italicize it, and profit this time at, right, so profit by state, and I'm going to name it as profit by state. Good. And let's go to another worksheet here. And here I want to create a new measure, right? So I said you can right click here and create a calculated field. What I like to do is I want to see how much profit do I make per product that I sell, right? So profit per product, right? So profit per product. That's
what we don't see the calculated field because it's a different window.
Oh, I see. So if you go to analysis, click on that, then come down here, create calculated field.
No, what I mean is when you open that pop-up box, we can't see it because you're only sharing Tableau.
Oh, I see.
So it doesn't show to us.
Yeah. What should I do then? Let me stop share my screen entirely. And here I am. So I'm going to go to analysis, create calculated field, and I say profit per product. Per product. Can you see it, Brian?
Yep, we can see it now.
Very good. So I'm going to now saying, I wonder if I use equal sign here. Maybe not. So I just type profit or profit, okay, and divided by quantity. Right, so profit per product is profit divided by quantity. That's what I want to calculate. So you are calculating. So this one is not creating any data in the original data, but it's creating this command on your Tableau and executing the function. So it's not affecting or altering your data itself. It's just changing your, creating another value on Tableau only. So I'm going to use that. And I want to see the city. Now I'm going to visualize the city, and I'm going to add profit per product over color there. And I'm going to make this bigger size. And if you go to color, now let's change the color. So we see there's a sum. Should we use sum? Profit per product. So it should be on average. I want to change the sum to average because, you know, I want to know on average how much profit do we make per product. That's what I want to see. So per product, how much do I make? So it says $99 to $162. That's what is happening there. And let's check the scale together. So 99 to 162. So start 99 and 162.5. Center should be 0. Click OK. And here we go, right? So we see them, and we can, you know, change the size if you want to make it bigger like that, but it's too big. So about here, right. So you can hover over T-guard and see Philadelphia. There are too many cities. Vineland. Oh wow, there's a store in Vineland. Atlantic City, $6. $3. New Brunswick. Vineland, $1.8. I wonder if there's a Vineland in New Jersey or not. I'm going to look at Philadelphia. It's too big, so let's make it smaller. Let's see what happens. Atlantic City, $6. Vineland, indeed, $1.8. It's even smaller. New Brunswick. I wonder why they don't have Philadelphia for some reason. I'm surprised. And Florida, many data there. If you like to, you can make it. You may choose different color, but that's what we see here, right? So we don't see a lot of places. So I want to add this profit per product to size as well, so that I know. So negative 3,463. Wow, this must be a mistake. 0, 5,000. Oh, because it's sum, you have to change it to average. Very good. So from negative 99 to 162.5. And you can change the size now. But still, okay. Okay, so that's something that you can see and do right here. So you can say the profit, edit title, profit per product. I'm going to say this 20, and I have T Mansouri. And average profit, italicize it. And I want to emphasize that this is per product, okay? So change that. Average profit per product. So that you add it. I think it would be good if I add one more tooltip and embed it in there. So let's go there. And I'm going to create discount. I'm going to see, let's create another variable. So analysis, create, calculate. And this time I'm going to say average discount per product. And the field here is discount, right? And click on this discount and divide it by quantity, right? So quantity discount do you think this is right calculation? So sum of discount divided by sum quantity. There might not be right calculation. Discount, number of records. profit ratio, quantity. I don't think this is a valid calculation. Average discount per product. Discount divided by quantity. Discount divided by quantity. I don't think this is a good, I'm not gonna try this, okay? So let's see product now, product name. So I'm gonna bring product name here and sales and I'm gonna make a filter and profit. I'm going to use profit average and I want to identify the items that are not really profitable. So average profit less than $1,000 or less than $0. I'm going to put 0. And then I'm going to also I wanted to sort. So go to a product name and sort and by field and descending order and aggregation is sum. So we see Cisco telepresence system is making a lot of money. However, profit is not that great. So let's also color it by profit. Let's go to profit ratio and color that. And then I'm going to use color scheme as again, red diverging and advanced 0, negative, and 11. So that's good. Okay, so we see a good picture here. So Cisco, its sales is quite high, $22,000. However, profit ratio is negative 8%. So you are losing $8 per $100 sales of this product. And this one is even more significant, right? So let's go here. Maybe Yeah, so that's what we see here. So that's what we see over there. So this one, volume is not that great, but negative 7.4% of prop loss you have. So that's what we see. And we can name this one as edit and products with negative. So product with negative profits. So that's what we can see again here. And I'm gonna change the font and emphasize negative profits. I'm going to italicize it and name it here. Rename and negative profits. And I'm going to embed this one right here. So I'm going to go to Tooltip, CD I don't need, average profit per product. That's pretty good. So I'm going to include that. Average profit. And I'm going to add insert sheet and negative profits. Click OK. Oh, nothing happened. Okay, so some city, they don't have negative products. However, if you go to red zones, then you have by product category, we see that's what happened. So maybe we can diversify this one. Right now we have by product name, we have that. Atlantic metal. It's too large to show. That's why they are showing that. So Office Star, Eldon, and Zebra. So we get the idea, right? Atlantic metals. Those are product name, and they have sales, but it's a negative profit, right? That's what we see there. So I'm going to change to sum of sales. Oh, okay, so sum of sales. So sales is high, however negative. Those products are revealed through your. Okay, so then, the last thing that we do is we want to create a new dashboard. And you can choose the layout. First, let's go with vertical. You can say that. And then you can drop sales by sales quantity first, and then profit by state, and then average profit. So if you want, you can change that. So I have changed. I have chosen very simple product, but if you want to do that again, let me try again. So this time, let me do that again. So sales quantity by state and profit by state. Profit by state. and then negative profit. Oh, this is not something I want. Okay, so we have that there, and we have that, right? And now you can simplify it. Quantity, this one we don't need. Category furniture, this one we need, and we can make it floating one, right? So you have to change that, say, make it floating, right? And you can bring it over there, this place, category, or I think this might be a better place there. So you made it floating, label there, and profit quarter. So I'm going to make this one. Let's see what happens. So when I change that, the quarter changes. So this one might need to go. I'm going to make it floating again. This filter should be here. Right here. So we can. And maybe you can change it to drop down. How about that? I think that's better, right? That's good. And average profit, this one also, let's make it floating. And this one is for, do we need this? So it's quantity, average profit. I don't think this one is necessary, so I'm going to delete that. This one I don't need. Profit, I will make this one floating too, so that you can make more space for your graph. Okay, so there's a decent visualization. Let's change this. Okay, so I have just created, I just focused on map and dynamic tooltip and filtering function so that you can make it really, specific and understand and get more insight about it, right? So you see profit, we know that state of Texas is struggling. Although it's only 3 graphs, in total we have 6 because each map is embedded with more information like that. So it's really nice to see all that, and it's dynamic, right? So your job is to extract the data. Right? So you have to go to now extract the data. Extract data, right? You have to extract it, extract, save. And when you extracted it, then now you go to server and publish data public, Tableau public, and I'm going to save to Tableau public. I'm going to name it sales. Sales map of Superstore. And it's going to be saved. And it's visualized now. And you can see it, sales by quantity, profit per product, those things you can see over there, and nice things are appearing. And it's really nice and interactive to see all of them. Very good. So I showed you how to use a map and dynamic tool and filtering and embed all the things into the map, which is another way of visualizing the data. I hope it was helpful for you.